Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, you're listening to World Combat Sports. Hopefully, everyone is doing great on this Saturday. This is a big fight night. The reason being is that we took a little hiatus and now Showtime has resurfaced. Top Rank took the lead. They was the front run out the gate once boxing resumed. And now we're able to experience the first fight card, August 1st, 2020, PBC Showtime Boxing. And guess what? The main event will be Tramaine Williams versus Angelo Leo, 12 rounds for the vacant WBO junior featherweight title. Yes, once again, I said Tramaine Williams. Some of you that may not have seen the update, but Stephen Fulton tested positive for COVID-19. It's an unfortunate situation, but that is exactly what happened, people. It's real. You know, you have fighters that's actually testing positive across. You have athletes and everything. But I was looking forward to seeing 18-0 Stephen Fulton get back in here against 19-0 Angelo Leo out of TMT. You know, it's a lot. I wouldn't say a lot of hype coming behind Leo, but you know, the stable from which he's training out of, you know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? The name itself is very lucent. So therefore, when it comes down to it, guess what? People are gonna want to see him go in here and perform because he's in that stable. And the people that's in there training boxing, yeah, they want him to come in here and represent. That's how it's supposed to be done. Also, today we have UFC Fight Night in Vegas. A lot of you may not know the second half of the main event, but the main event is going to be Derek Brunson versus Edmen Shahbazyan. Yes, same Shahbazyan that was brought up under the tutelage, so to speak, of Ronda Rousey when she was making her claim to fame. You know, when Ronda Rousey started the bantamweight women's division in the UFC. Yeah. He was, you know, in there training and everything. He was a youth. I say he was around, what, 16 years old. So he was able to get that one-on-one training with the former bantamweight champion, Hall of Famer Ronda Rousey. So now, at 22 years old, he's stepping in there with a very seasoned Derek Brunson. Bro, Derek has freaking colored the hair blonde. You know, he's coming for business. He's trying to make a statement. And I'm definitely going to get into, you know, the breakdown between Shahbazyan and Brunson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of things has to happen in here for this fight not to play out the way a lot of people believe it's going to be. You know, Derek Brunson has to come in here and do some things right. You know, if you know anything about Derek Brunson, he isn't afraid of closing down on his opponents. You know, a barrage of punches, emptying the clip early. You know what I'm saying? Keep the pressure. You know, breaking down his opponent with pressure. But, you know, a big deal with Derek Brunson is that he leaves his chin open. He's exposed his chin. He comes in there reckless a little bit, and he's been put to sleep. I'm not saying Shahbazyan, who is undefeated, would be the one to go in here and shut him down again. But I'm just saying, hey, Derek Brunson is not for the lack of heart. It's just the fact that he needs to be smarter in his offensive strategy. That's all. He just needs to be a bit smarter. But here we are once again, man. We're in between fights. The UFC is currently on right now. So we have Munoz and Maness that's on deck. So so this is just a light preliminary card that's on right now in the prelims. I'm going to keep on talking about some current events that's going on with boxing. Hold on for a second. 42. 44 total. Okay. Hopefully everyone is doing great tonight. It's a primarily a boxing, Showtime boxing, via Catchweight episode 722. But also I'm gonna piggyback a little bit off this UFC card that's going on tonight. It's got some pretty decent names on there. When I say decent, only for those who actually follow mixed martial arts thoroughly. But I wanted to touch bases on something right quick. I see the word is still out there on Sanisa Estrada when she went in there against Miranda Atkins. Atkins had mom across her shorts, which absolutely mean nothing in boxing except the fact that you let it be known that you're a mom and you're doing something special. And in her case, I know she had battled cancer and came back and was able to go in there and pursue her dream, right? A lot of people still talking about, the zone coming back with the fight card and putting Estrada in there with a severely mismatched Atkins. You know what I'm saying? A champion. She's the WBC silver female light flyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? And she can throw down. The bad thing about it that makes boxing look terribly bad, and we're struggling to get on cylinders anyway during this pandemic, is that Atkins was a 50-1 underdog in that fight. She was a 50-1 underdog. We've seen some fights go down where, there was a knockout in the first round or whatever you want to call it. And it was guys, right? And you're saying to yourself, okay, he didn't go out too bad. He got caught with a left or right, whatever the case may be, got caught with a pretty decent shot. He went down, didn't take too much punishment. But with this chick right here, she seemed like she had no basic fundamentals about how to defend herself, period. It's almost like she'd never been in a sparring match before. Seriously. Let me tell you a little bit about Atkins. She was 51 underdog, like I said, out of Kansas. She had been training martial arts at 39 years old. Now she's 42. So it's really not that much. Let me see if they mention about what discipline. They don't mention the discipline. I mean, you can train martial arts at 39 and be in a belt mill and not learn too much of anything and just be sorry as hell. I've seen it. Believe that. BoxRec listed her record as 5 wins with 5 knockouts. And when I seen that shit, I'm like, man, she ain't fight nobody really. You know what I'm saying? It's good because it's good that I'm able to talk about something like this, because this happened in boxing a lot. How some fighters fluff their record up and they really haven't fought anybody. They can fluff their record up 10-0, 15-0. And time they step in there with somebody that has credible opposition, and they go down in the heat. They fail miserably. Her first 4 opponents was a debut. That should tell you a red flag right there. She fought one of them in her 5th outing. None of her debuts obviously had fought a professional fight because it was their debut. You know what I'm saying? It's just obvious. It was their debut. So they never been in there with a professional fight to even give her quality rounds as she stepped in there. So the fight card was promoted by Golden Boy. And the promoter was John Carden. Through the services of John Carden, rather. Carden's been a boxing promoter since 2006 out of Missouri. He did shows in Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, and so forth. Cardin is acting promoter and de facto manager, as it says in the article. They appear to have been married in Hawaii in 2019. So you have a husband that's a promoter and manager who basically put his wife in there damn near to get a life insurance policy. She almost got murdered. That's real. That's real. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She almost got slaughtered. The most recent fight card promoted by Cardin Combat Sports took place in Kansas. There were 13 bouts, 8 regular boxing matches, 2 bare knuckle fights, 2 kickboxing fights, and 1 MMA contest. 2 weeks before the event, the fighters were asked to fill out a coronavirus participation questionnaire. At the weigh-in, their temperature was taken. That was the only coronavirus testing required by Kansas Athletic State Commission, whose website states, for promoters, Kansas has never been more open for business or ready for promotions to come into the state. The commission has gone to great lengths to make our process as easy as possible and have developed several initiatives designed to make our state more promoter friendly. Wow. That tells you how much they care about the fights. They want to make Kansas more promoter friendly. So back to what I was saying. I apologize for that delay. I'm trying to sift through this article right quick. Da, 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 da. So basically, what they're trying to say, they call the matchmaker for Golden Boy was calling around, attempting to find a basically a fighter that was in that weight class, because that is a super lightweight. You know what I'm saying? That is a weight limit that you're just not gonna find a fighter to compete in. Light flyweight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Light flyweight. We want to do what's right. So Golden Boy went around looking for somebody to fight in that division. A booking agent called. Then a booking agent I called told me about Miranda. She wasn't ideal. Her age worked against her, and the opposition she fought was extremely limited, restricted, all that shit. But she was an undefeated professional boxer. So I called John Carden. We made the deal and flew out Los Angeles and Miranda with Miranda. I take the blame. My goal was to get the fight for Sanisa. The most important thing now is that Miranda is okay. The fight was changed from 10 to 8 rounds. In light of Atkins' limited experience, it could have been scheduled for 8 seconds, and it wouldn't have gone the distance. Clearly, CSAC, the California State Athletic Commission, should have been more vigilant, but there's no need to beat up CSAC Executive Director Andy Foster because he's already beaten up on himself. They say, in quote, "It's fair to criticize me," Foster told Boxing Scene. Andy Foster is the same one that's going to be in charge of Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight in September. Okay, just for note. I didn't think Atkins would win, but Golden Boy brought the fight in. I looked at her record: 5 knockouts and 5 wins in 5 fights. The WBC has had approved her as an opponent for one of its title fights. And even if a fighter hasn't beaten a quality opponent, if they knocked out everyone they fought, they might be able to fight. Once again, I need to repeat this shit because a lot of people who don't ever attend any fight cards, whether it be regional, with amateur, professional, all the way up to the highest tier. Situations like this happens all the time in boxing. But what they don't want to happen is that time you step in front of the screen and it's televised, they don't want you to make a mockery of the promotion, the commission, anybody who approved that particular fighter to get in that ring, and they absolutely look like they're about to get killed. Like boxing is a hurt business. So they basically go in there and look amateurish when they're fighting on a professional level, and they look terrible. They say if they knocked out everyone they fought, they might be able to fight. What can I say? I should have checked it all further. I got duped by her record and made a mistake. I don't totally believe that he got duped. I believe the person who was trying to make a fight to get Sanisa a paycheck didn't really care, because in boxing, once again, point blank, like it goes down like that. They're trying to get some of these fighters back in the game, get their record right, and also allow them to feed their families. And a fight like this would be approved. But unfortunately, she was old. All the flags was up: her age, her record, everything about that. So when she went in there and got knocked out in 7 seconds, yes, it looked bad in boxing on TV. On TV. But this happens all over boxing. All the time. They just slipped up and put her on a card that was televised against a champion, and she got slaughtered. It says it's possible that she never been hit hard in the head by a world-class professional fighter before, but Carden knew what Atkins was getting into against Estrada. One assumes that $10,000 purse weighed heavily in the decision-making process at the end. $10,000 purse. Now that's good money. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Estrada's purse was $75,000, y'all. Tell me I'm lying in what I'm telling you. Prove it. Come on now. This chick who has a 5-0 record, five knockouts from fighters who made their debut, she got paid $10,000. She's sitting good when she woke up. Just take me to the dressing room. Let me recover. Let's go to the medical and make sure you pick up that check. $10,000 is what some people don't even make in a year right now. I'm being honest, and I'm not trying to make light of this shit. I've seen it. I know it happens. It's just they never wanted to hit the surface and get exposed, man. JC in the building. Salute, man. Haven't seen you around, MMA boxing critic, but salute to you, bro. What's good? Let me see. It will say one of the quickest knockouts in women boxing history. You witness it live here on the Zone. Now, the Zone has definitely been trying to climb no matter what it takes. They've been trying to reach elevation. And this is the wrong way to do it. There are, they basically started off as a fledgling streaming company to begin with. But yet they've been trying. They've been getting out here in the jungle and they've been maneuvering, making moves. And they're a part, of boxing. We know that. But also they was a part of the WBSS for a 2-year contract. And from what I'm hearing, they're going to be associated in an attachment with Bellator Mixed Martial Arts. So I really don't follow the Zone 100%, but I do follow combat sports in general. So for the Zone to come back in the middle of Top Rank and Showtime, Denise Ward's in the building. How you doing, Queen? Good to have you on board. Say good evening, everyone. Enjoy the commentary by Scotty White. I appreciate Denise as always. Thank you for dropping through. I always appreciate your support. But the Zone, to step in here and throw a fight while Top Rank has already been on deck, to get in the middle of it and be noted, to have the notoriety for placing another boxer's life in danger, regardless of the $10,000 purse, they place this girl life in danger because you just can't say, well, when Maxim Dedashev died and Buddy McGirt wouldn't allow him to go back out there and fight. And that guy split the ropes and went back to the dressing room where he passed away, right? And we've seen Dun-Koo Kim, I believe that was his name. He died with Vinny Pazienza. It's been many people that die from whatever reason in the ring. But this girl right here, 7 seconds, you saying to yourself, damn, did she take enough punishment to, face any life-threatening injuries? And I want to tell you, it doesn't really rely on if she took the punishment. It's how she hits the canvas. Everything involved in, like, when she was knocked out unconscious to how she hit the canvas can do a lot to a person, bleeding on the brain and everything else. That can play an intricate role in the seriousness of Atkins being in there with the champion. And once again, you have to place culpability on the WBC. They approved it. You have to place culpability on INSAC. You have to place culpability on the matchmaker. You have to do it for Andy Foster for not doing his due diligence, because right now boxing is definitely trying to make money and rejuvenate revenue. And like I told you before, 7 seconds. Who do you know? Probably Floyd, before I say that stupid question. But who do you know, women who've made $10,000 purse in 7 seconds? I know she was on the losing end, but she made $10,000 in 7 seconds on a losing effort. Estrada made $75,000 in 7 seconds. That's good money. I'm not gonna lie. That's good money. Good initiative, bad judgment, as we said in the Marine Corps. Good initiative to want to step in there in the ring and all that other stuff. But when it comes to placing the value of the fighters, especially when it comes to boxing, you really have to, just do a little bit more. Scrutinize what needs to be. If the record doesn't look as beautiful as it should or respectable enough to get somebody in there to face a champion, you should have a backup fighter. You should have a backup fighter. Now Estrada has a fighter on her record that's 5-0 at the time, and she's going to be remembered. It'll take a little bit of time for it to die down, but people are always going to remember the 7-second knockout. And if Estrada goes around and try to be braggadocious about this knockout, She ain't shit. I don't even call fighters bum. But this was a subpar female fighter that stepped in there. And when she basically reacted the way she did when Estrada decided to throw punches, and how she held her hands up was almost like she was playing with her cat. Serious, man. That shit was disrespectful. It was, man. She never should have been in there. Never. Moving on. If you're in the building, man, hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate it. Tony Burgess is in the building. Burgess Boxing and Fitness. I ain't see you over here on the other side. I know you. I forgot you come in on the Facebook side. But salute to you, man. I saw you put on a boxing event today. You know, if you're ever in the area over there in North Carolina, I didn't know the boxing had picked back up, but you know, check out Burgess Boxing and Fitness, man. Look him up online, however you got to do it. But check him out. Doing big things over there in boxing. Where's the other? Let me see. Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell. I think it's a good fight. Okay. Do I care to sit up here and boast about it as if Ryan Garcia is ready for any of the champions in his division? No. But Luke Campbell, I guess, you know, coming off that loss to Vasily Lomachenko is a good, a comp opponent. What I mean by comp opponent is something that they can link up to the best in the game. A comparable opponent that's been in there with the likes of Vasily Lomachenko and went the distance. Now, this one I'm going to have to call BS on if it happens. Many people might say, well, Ryan Garcia has more power than Vasily Lomachenko, right? He has more power. He's been displaying that. He's been knocking cats out early. All right. So, as I've been telling people, Lomachenko is not a knockout artist. Lomachenko has the boxing prowess to go in there and break down, fragment his opponent's ability to continue the same pace. And over that time, you know, with fatigue and the pressure that Lomachenko places on him, he's able to find an opening that may potentially lead to a knockdown. Luke Campbell was dropped in the 11th, I believe, and then he was able to finish the final bell. Does Ryan Garcia potentially, in his repertoire right now, possesses more power than Lomachenko? Possibly. Real talk. Possibly Ryan Garcia may have more punching power than Lomachenko. Seriously. Was Ryan Garcia a gold medalist? Okay, that's a rhetorical, right? Was Luke Campbell Olympian gold medalist? So as we bring these opponents across the threshold of amateur to professional, and you want to include the Olympic pedigree, we definitely have to do it in this sense right here. But sometimes the bewildering part of it is that I don't know Luke Campbell well enough to know that he's willing to go in here and prove to us that he's on the hunt to be one of the top contenders in the lightweight division, or he just in there to get a check, because he stepped in there and made a pretty good check against Lomachenko. But now he's stepping in there with a fighter like Ryan Garcia, who's there raising up to be the next big deal in the lightweight division. They raising him up for a potential opponent to make that fight happen where he can just change levels. Right now, Ryan Garcia, when they mention the top tier names in the lightweight division, you just don't hear Ryan Garcia like that. You just don't. So I'm just curious to know if Luke Campbell is in this fight not to be a placement, a second body in the ring to go, go some rounds and then get shut down quicker than Lomachenko, so some people can start giving Ryan Garcia the value that Golden Boy is looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like they start saying, "Oh shit, Ryan Garcia, you better watch out. That guy has a legitimate registered power. Look what he was able to do to Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell wasn't even. He went the distance with Lomachenko. He wasn't able to go the distance with Ryan Garcia. So that's how boxing, somewhat transcends itself when it comes to elevating boxers, Wall Street, so to speak. They have to compare an opponent to another fighter that has equal to higher value in order to raise this fighter up. It don't matter if their opponent lost. It's who they was in there with. So some people say, "Oh, it's not bad for him to lose against Lomachenko." It wasn't bad. It was bad. It was bad. Definitely. So the IBF lightweight champion, Teofimo Lopez, shout out to Gordo. He was recently on IG Live, right? And, he wanted to talk about this particular fight with Garcia and Campbell. And Teofimo Lopez said it was a 50-50 fight, 50-50 split, And this is cited by Boxing Scene, right? So Bob Arum mentioned that he's hopeful they'll be able to have fans in attendance for this fight. And he's been talking about that periodically, about trying slowly but surely to try to have a small gathering of fans come in there so they can start generating revenue. And then if the COVID cases are minimal to none, continue to increase the numbers slowly. And then when it gets to a point where they can say it's leveling out and the safety is where it should be, then by 2021, you're going to start seeing 50 to 60% or something like that. However they want to generate it, they need a gate. So 2021 is going to be that landing zone to see can boxing hit the ground running again with generating gate revenue. And then with the gate revenue, we're going to start to see some of these bigger names step in there with gate, PPV, and everything else the way it used to be. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have 100% capacity. We're still probably going to have minimal capacity for quite some time. But if we can have some type of gate generated revenue, it's going to allow these fighters to be able to fight for a healthy purse. They say while live on social media, Lopez answered several fans' questions, including one of the recent ordered Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell showdown. WBC recently ordered the fight for interim lightweight title. The WBC recently ordered the fight for the interim lightweight title. Okay, I read that again for a reason. Now, this is Golden Boy with their golden child, and the WBC. We know how they roll. If they want someone to be in a position, they will, i.e. Canelo, i.e. Lomachenko. So now they ordered the fight for the interim lightweight title. Come on, man. So Garcia promoter Golden Boy and Campbell's promoter Matchroom are trying to come up to an agreement to make the fight come to fruition. So they're in negotiation process, period. Just like Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko, we're in negotiation process. Lopez sparred with Campbell and believes the UK native has a good chance to beat Garcia. This is Lopez speaking from experience from sparring. This is not somebody just rambling on with reckless banter as if they don't have no experience and filling out, how Campbell is in the ring. He's basically sparring him. He said, Lopez said, may the best man win. This is a 50-50 fight. I like it. I still think that Campbell might have the edge, though. I sparred with Campbell. I heard a lot of shit people we're talking about, it is crazy how word goes back around and then it hits you that isn't really what happened, Lopez stated. And I can pretty much understand where Lopez is going with that, because it's a lot of sparring stories that's out there believe that when Lopez and Lomachenko set foot in the ring, they will both be coming off a long layoff. Lopez last fought in December when he stopped Richard Comey in 2 rounds to capture. We already know that. So to wrap that up, Lopez and Lomachenko is still in the works. It's in the negotiation process. That I know for sure. So I don't blame Teofimo Lopez for negotiating his worth. He's a big name in boxing, even being a single division champion. All right. You still have to negotiate your worth. Just because you turn down a fight doesn't mean that it has anything to do with someone not clearly understanding. I'm talking about purists, hardcore boxing fans, mainstreamers, understanding that boxing doesn't have a retirement plan. So being that we're in the pandemic and we're in a different economic era of boxing, is very smart and intelligent for these fighters. And I know Teofimo and his family manager, David, is going to do everything to make sure he gets the best purse possible. And that's a smart thing to do, because boxing does not have health care. Boxing does not have a retirement plan. But from the outside looking in, there will always be eyes and ears and lips of some individuals that think it's just all about, well, let me go in here and make an impulsive decision and then regret it later. Lomachenko supposedly is probably, being, I guess his purse is around 3.5 mil. So for him to be the unified champion, I can see why they're coming in high. But if you don't ever take the stand to increase your price point when you're a champion, it don't matter if you have multiple divisions or not. You can be a single division champion. It is very smart for Teofimo Lopez to negotiate a higher purse if he feels that it values him as a boxer. Let me get to the live chat. JC Saludo. JC, okay. Michael, what's good, man? I didn't see you in here. What's going on? Salute, man. Thanks for dropping through. But that's where I'm at with that. Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia. Teofimo Lopez just made his point. He just basically said, hey, I sparred Luke Campbell. I think, without saying anything derogatory too much about Ryan Garcia, I believe Luke Campbell should go in there and get it done because of, we moved around before. So that's what I'm gonna take from it. Not anything that's being malicious or anything. It's just boxing talk. So with Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko, I believe the fight is still going down. It's going to happen, but they definitely have to tie up that monetary bow and make sure both fighters are comfortable. And I'm not speaking for Lomachenko. I'm just saying that if Teofimo Lopez feel that it's very important, which he does, and his team, for him to negotiate a higher level of monetary purse, why not? Go ahead and do it. The fight is going to happen. It's a big fight. Boxing needs this fight for the lightweight division. Unification bout is big. If this fight goes down, then potentially, no matter where it goes, if it goes on the side of Lopez, if it goes on the side of Lomachenko, I would be hard pressed not to think that either one of those fighters that win will not step into the ring with Devin Haney, who holds the WBC Super. That's only right. So therefore, we could potentially witness a lightweight undisputed champion by the middle part or the end of 2021. It depends. It depends, man, on who signs the contract, what the money looking like, and everything else. But hey, I want to see that fight. No doubt about it. If you're in the building, hit that thumbs up button for me. Okay, Angelo and Tramaine Williams, right? They're going to be the main event as Showtime revives itself and enters back into the boxing network. I know it's not a huge main event to kick off, but it's here. Showtime is back. It's here. And I'm happy it's here. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy it's here. And unfortunately for Stephen Fulton, he tested positive for COVID-19 and he wasn't able to step in there against Angelo Leo because he was pretty confident that he was going to walk up out of there the winner. You know, Fulton was pretty confident that he was going to take that W. But then you look at Angelo that's coming out of the TMT gym. Hey, it's a lot of prestige that's riding behind that, you know, for Leo. Just like all the other fighters that's came out of there. Thea Payne, you know, Love, Badu Jack, Javante Davis, the Darius Miller. I mean, the list goes on, man. You got Rolly over there. You have a lot of fighters that's out of that stable. There's a lot of prestige that comes with it when you step in the ring. And if you don't perform well, then it pretty much reflects back on, hey, who's teaching them in here? Why they didn't look better than what they did? You know, you're always going to have critics. But let's get to this. When I saw Tramaine, I said, I know that got to be a brother. That got to be a brother right there. Tramaine Williams. The good thing about this fight, y'all, both of these fighters are damn near equal. You know, in their stats, like, okay, you can say 19-0. The numbers are registered nice. Just a little bit off on the knockouts, but you know, they have unblemished records. And you know, for a last-minute replacement, I'm not sure what his cardio is like. I'm not sure what type of camp he had, but all signs are telling me that Leo will more than likely walk up out of here with the win. But like I said before, both made weight. It's a 12-round fight, which I say last-minute replacement. I don't know, man. 12 rounds is a huge task. I really don't know how this cat gonna look, Tramaine. But he has 12 rounds, man, for a WBO Junior Featherweight World Championship. That's a big deal. But I'm looking for Angelo Leo to come up out of here the winner. That's just me. That's the way I'm going with it. Because to be honest, I really don't have too much traction on who Williams is and his fights and everything else to say he's going to come in here for a championship fight, 12 rounds, and do a damn good job. Then you have WBA Super Bantamweight title eliminator, 12 rounds against Aleem and Bates on the co-main. Then light heavyweight 10 rounds, you have George versus Escudero. You know, George weighed in 174 and 1/4, and Escudero 173 and a half. And that is the light heavyweights. I know George, I remember seeing him fight. He's just coming off a loss last year. If that means anything, you know. But anyway, that is the card. It's a light one, but it's coming on Showtime for those of you that may want to take a little bit, you know, a peek inside and know that you have to have that Showtime, you know, in your network, because everything is costing this day. ESPN app, you got to pay. Freaking the Zone, you got to pay. You know, so Showtime is coming back on. It's good to see it back. And the last one on this, I want to talk about the Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. It is popping off. Yes. November 21st, we have Errol Spence Jr., unified WBC and IBF welterweight champion, going in there against the former welterweight champion, Danny Garcia. Confirmed Fox PPV, set for November 21st. I'm happy to see this fight seal the deal. They say done deal. The king of the division is back. Spence rolling his tweet. Yeah, I'm glad to see Spence back. I really am. I'm glad to see him back, y'all. And Garcia responded, here we go. So Garcia is one of those fighters that his name still has validity. Even coming off a loss to Sean Porter for the vacant WBC, he still holds importance. He's still a quality fighter, in my opinion. He's nowhere, shape, and form a gatekeeper right now. No way, shape, or form. Danny Garcia, gatekeeper. It ain't. The language not even nowhere close to being that right now. But I'm gonna tell you this: Danny Garcia stepping there with Errol Spence, and he looked worse than Mikey Garcia. People gonna start saying, nah, he ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the same as the way he used to be. Two different styles, though. But if he look worse than Garcia, and he's take a little bit too much punishment, people gonna start kind of, second guessing what Danny Garcia, where he at right now in his career. Anyway, Spence is 26-0, 21 knockouts, man. We all know what happened. Spence, at the height of his welterweight glory, after winning that WBC title to unify as the welterweight champion against Showtime Sean Porter. A short time after, he was in a horrific car accident where he could have lost his life. But thanks to not having on a seatbelt and basically in reverse protocol for vehicle safety, he was ejected from the vehicle. And from my understanding, he landed in a grass area. He did suffer some some damage, some structural damage, some physical damage, like losing teeth. But we really don't know what happened to him as far as joints, bones, and everything else during his recovery. But what we can tell you is that he's scheduled to fight Danny Garcia. He has passed all the medical. He has passed all the CT scans and everything else. The last interview that Spence had when he was pressed about, returning to the sport, he said he was actually training, but he wasn't sparring yet. And, he was waiting for, the screws that they place. He had to wait for that to heal so he can get his implants and everything. So I'm not sure if that's all but taking place, because we're only in August, right? So you're looking at the whole month of August, September, October. That's 3 full months. So you're looking at 12 weeks. And I'm curious to know if he has everything he needs right now. As far as the screws being in place, they worked out, put the permanent teeth in, and go back to sparring. Either way it goes, he's still going to have an issue. He's still going to have an issue with losing teeth during the bout. That's nowhere around that. There's nowhere around it. Okay, moving on. They say he suffered damage to his teeth and cuts to his face and body. Spence, 30, check this out, was charged with the misdemeanor count of driving while intoxicated as a result of the incident. A misdemeanor. Spence was charged with a misdemeanor. Now, you think me and you, if we would have had an accident like that, we would have got a misdemeanor? But hey, that's what the celebrity, that's what that level of notoriety do. A misdemeanor count of driving. And he probably had a good attorney too. The 2012 Olympian returned to training several months ago, but Spence will end more than 1 year layoff against Garcia, who is 36-2, 21 knockouts. So they have equal knockouts, but Garcia actually has more experience when it comes to the win column and the overall fights, period. A former WBC welterweight champ. Spence last fought September 28. They're talking about Garcia, the former. Okay. So I know I got people up here and just nitpick everything. I'm reading an article though. Spence last fought September 28 when he dropped Sean Porter 30-3 and won 17 KOs in the 11th round and won that 12-round split decision. Take the knockdown out. I truly thought Sean Porter would have won that fight. Garcia, 32, was supposed to face Spence January 25th, but the injuries and everything from the car accident halted, his career. Garcia instead defeated Ukraine's Ivan Rekach, who was 23-5-1 by unanimous decision and all that good stuff. What I have to say about this, I'm looking forward to seeing Man Down back in the ring to see how his mechanics look. I want to see how his mechanics look because I don't think we know everything that was said in the media about his physical condition as far as the injuries he may have received in the accident. And that's just to protect, the brand of Errol Spence Jr. Because once the medical documents start to come out to the public, then people are going to say, oh, well, he's not fit to box anymore. We don't care how tough he is. He's not he's not fit to be in that ring anymore. So that's what we don't want. We don't want that. We want him to be fit. We don't want to, see an abrupt, tragic ending come to Errol Spence's career just because, he had other underlying issues that were never spoke on. And he ended up falling. He ended up becoming a fallen warrior to the hurt business. But as he said, he's cleared. He will face Danny Garcia, which is, when it comes size to size, the two equal up real nice. Style-wise, we know Danny Garcia can bang. We know Errol Spence can bang. We know that. Power to power. Hey, some people might say Danny Garcia has more power. And then you're going to have the Errol Spence fans saying he has more power. It's all going to come down to who has the best fight strategy. And if we look back on the strategy that Danny Garcia had against Sean Porter, it was not the most smartest offensive strategy to delegate in there against Sean Porter. Flip that over. I was impressed with Kenny Porter and Sean Porter. The way they came in there and boxed a little bit and then gave him the dog and boxed in and out pressure, sticking the jab out there. I was impressed, man. I'm not going to lie. It was a very intelligent fight plan they had, and they was able to come out there with the victory. For Danny Garcia, man, if he goes in here and upset Errol Spence, it would be just that. It would be one of the biggest upsets. It will. It will be one because a lot of people don't think Errol Spence can be beat right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people see him as that strong boxer who potentially may move up to 154. But right now in the welterweight division, we know he got that dog in him. We've seen Errol Spence go in there and just walk through the fire, walk through the valley of the shadow of death. He's going to have to do that against Danny Garcia, who's been in there with some of the top names in the business. He's going to have to do it. He's going to put on another one of those performances that make us even more impressed with Man Down and say, okay, we're looking forward to seeing him step in there with a Terrence Crawford. And speaking of my man, Terrence Crawford, shout out to Bud. All this freaking animosity. Look, I don't give a fuck if Bud don't talk to nobody. I really don't. But I can tell you this, man. I'm liking what I'm hearing that Bud Crawford may be in negotiation with Manny Pacquiao. I've been saying this for the longest, man, for the last several months. I was like, hey, if boxing really want to make this happen, and it'll work out tremendously for Terrence Crawford, this will work out perfectly for Bud Crawford, because you know, you hear people criticizing him. I mean, just nitpicking about every little thing about his record. The man is 3-division champion. His career right now in boxing supersedes that of Errol Spence. Accept that shit. But when people look at these fighters' records, right, they expect to look on there and see a bunch of killers. But guess what? Let me help you out. If you want to see a bunch of killers, look at Danny Garcia. He stepped in there with some of the best in the game. He has losses on his record. That's why it's a careful selection process for fighters to maintain a limited score of defeats on their record to further negotiate themselves as they carry on in their career. Y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying? Look at Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has some heat on his resume, and he has losses. You can't have it both ways. Now, will Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford stay undefeated until they meet? That's yet to be seen. But what I can tell you is Terrence Crawford stepping in there with Manny Pacquiao, who has multiple losses, several losses on his record. But when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, people's like, oh, Manny Pacquiao, he's a legend. And you know, with that many fights, 62 wins, you at one point in time in your career, you're definitely gonna have to face a loss. Okay, if you saying that again with Manny Pacquiao, one of the most elites in a class of his own, right? But he has several freaking losses, and he may take another loss against Terrence Crawford. Just put that in your thought process already. He may indeed take another loss against Terrence Crawford. I don't see Manny Pacquiao going in there with testing, cupping urine. I don't see him, if it's testing, going in there and reciprocating the same performance that he had with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman proved to us all that somehow, some way, his mind was off course than the way it should have been in taking that fight serious with Manny Pacquiao. He went in there and got beat. Terrence Crawford, that shit ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That isn't gonna happen with Bud Crawford. With all the disrespect, I'm telling you, Bud is a beast, man. Bud a beast. He's a beast. I'm not really understanding why a lot of people are just freaking criticizing the shit out of Bud like he ain't shit. But I can see why he don't speak to the media the way he does. I can see why, you know, he is the way he is when it comes to not being as, how you put it, open about what's going on in his career, or open to basically speak to any media. I can see that. I totally get it. It took me damn near a year to get an interview with Bud. And me and him have been in the same location several times when I asked him for an interview, and he didn't give me one. But when he did, I appreciate it. I appreciate when he gave me an interview. Seriously. And I say to anybody that's looking to, you know, somehow not understand that these fighters are out here watching. They understand. You know what I'm saying? They understand what's going on. But I truly believe that if this fight is made, hopefully it is. And I can tell you like this. I don't think Terrence Crawford is going to go in there and outprice himself, because he wants that other strap. Terrence Crawford wants that WBA strap. He wants that WBA strap because it's going to further increase his negotiation weight once the table is brought and them two meet. him and Errol Spence, to try to make this fight. Man, shout out to the OG Stephen McIntyre in the building. What's good, man? I didn't even see you over there on the Facebook side. Salute to the OG in the building, man. He said, I got a midget for the big homie. I remember the brother for the amateurs national champion, slick left-hander. I fought Angelo. I think midget got the too much experience. Okay, all right. There you go. You get some input for somebody who one of the slickest in the game. You know what I'm saying? Got mad respect for Stephen McIntyre, bro. I wish you was still in here. You know what I'm saying? Another backstory, my brother, that they don't know about on what goes on the regional level. But damn, you know, that's why I respect the game of boxing, man. You got cats like McIntyre. Y'all seen fight several times as a very slick fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? Very slick fighter. But man, salute to you and your family, man. And I see you out there training them little McIntyres to get back in, you know, to get in the ring, man. You know, so we can't wait. I might not be here when they finally step up into the ring, but you know, hey man, I hope it works out for you, bro. Salute to you. But Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, I see that going well in negotiation. I do. I see it going well, people. As far as the conclusion of the fight, how I see the fight playing out, I don't want to, you know, sit up here and say, well, you know, due to the age of Manny Pacquiao, he may get stopped. But it's possible. It's possible for Terrence Crawford to stop Manny Pacquiao if the game plan is right. If he approach Manny Pacquiao the right way. Because I'm going to tell you, Manny Pacquiao is old. He has a lot of miles to that body. It wasn't like he had a clone coming up through the divisions. It was him. He has a lot of freaking tread on the tires. And I truly believe that Bud Crawford, if he has the right game plan, he can step in there and do work and get Manny Pacquiao out of there. I don't know why people think Manny Pacquiao hasn't been stopped in his career, but he has. All it takes is the right punch, the right setup, the right placement, the right timing, and he can put Manny Pacquiao to sleep. He can. So that's my take on that. Let's see where the fights are at. But if you have any comments that is boxing related or mixed martial arts related, since I'm piggybacking off the fight card that they having, let me know. But if you look down in the description, you know, on YouTube, I have the entire UFC fight card, which is basically should be on the main card by now. Should be on the main card. But the boxing card is up top. It's going to be 3 fights via Showtime. This up top. So now that you know, Stephon McIntyre, you know, kind of dropped some life to the main event. I'm curious to see. You know, saying that, we might get a short fight in the championship fight in the main event. We might get a short fight, y'all. To be honest. NBA is back in the building. For those of you that's waiting for basketball, I still know they're struggling in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? They're struggling in the bubble. If you don't think that shit is realistic, yeah, it is. Ask anybody who's been on deployment. Hurry up and wait. Ask anybody who's been overseas during typhoon season and was restricted to the quarters for damn near a week. I mean, marriages can go to hell, during that time. I started right in time. Bobby Green is on deck. My boy. I like seeing Bobby Green. Bobby Green, 33. His opponent, Vannata, 28. Yeah, just in time. They back at the Apex Center in Las Vegas. That's what's up. Lightweight division. For those of you that don't know the weight classes in mixed martial arts, they're quite different than boxing. The lightweight division is the 155-pound division. Currently, the champion is Khabib Nurmagomedov, and the interim champion is Justin Gaethje. Bobby Green, man, always turned up. He ain't there with the tough one, though. I ain't gonna lie. Vannata. I want to give a salute to the live chat. Appreciate y'all for stopping through. Everyone else that tuned in via Facebook, I appreciate it. Always thank you for your support. Subscribe subscribe to the channel and share the content. I'm not just saying it, get these subscribers up, y'all. Get the likes up. Appreciate it. So Vannata, Green, center of the cage, both going for the front thigh kick to start off the first round. Quick double jab by Bobby Green, kind of points at Vannata to say, hey, I caught you. Vannata returns. Oh, man, good counter on the way back, off the back foot by Green. The counter right hook. I like it. High kick blocked. These guys are throwing down in the pocket. And this is contended with 4-ounce gloves, y'all. This is mixed martial arts. So from the head to the toes. Nice jab by Vannata. Bobby Green, one thing he does in his fights is trash talk the shit out of his opponent, even when he's losing. Low kick by Green. Two low kicks. Vannata finally. Oh, Vannata catches Green. He catches Green, drops him periodically. He recovered quickly, though. It's a good fight so far. Very, very competitive fight. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first. Very competitive fight. Haven't even came close for a takedown. Just when I said that, Vannata gains control of the back, lets it go, and goes back to where he was having his most success, and that is the center of the cage. Green to the body. Vannata responds with a straight right. This is what you call two fighters who's willing to stand and strike. They have a history. They fought each other before. They haven't even started. It's just the first round. They really haven't started to think about changing levels. It's a very strategic, tactical display that we're seeing right here. Ooh, nice step in right hook, shouty. Dang, sneaky by Bobby Green. Man, sneaky. He just didn't have enough power on it. Or, praise Vannata for having a damn good beard on him, man. Man, these guys are punching up top. Why are they kicking down low? It's a lot going on between these exchanges. A lot. I like it, man. Very up-tempo fight. Oh, Bobby Green stuck him. He's hurt. Vannata is down. Let me see if Bobby Green is stacking him, using that top pressure, coming down with some hammer shots. Vannata is since recovered. Quick recovered. Okay. Bobby takes him back to the cage. Bobby's controlling the neck. Vannata turns around and earns back control, just partial back control right now. Green is going to try to, land some elbows and try to turn into him. He turns into Vannata. The fighters break and back to the center of the square. Deep breath by Vannata. Very, very entertaining fight, man. I always like to see Bobby Green fight with the right opponent. Vannata is a very tough dude. He recovered quickly. This is a pretty even first round with a minute remaining. This is pretty even. Both fighters was dropped. He ended up landing again, Green. Vannata get pissed off and comes in. Combinations, loose with it. Left, right, left. Just like Cadence. Shit. They throwing some bombs in there. Listen, the pin has been removed from the grenades. Explosive exchanges by both competitors, for real. It's slowing down a little bit, Vannata may be taking, a little bit of breather. Bobby with the two punch combination lands. He talking shit. He letting them know, oh, man, he steps in with a left and duck under the right. Smooth counter. Smooth. He's looking fluent as hell right now, man. All he has to do is stay out of danger. 8 seconds remaining. Bobby might have edged that out just a little bit. With no crowd in there, man, I like to hear the corner, bark out commands. It's educational. Listen to the corner bark out commands. Good first round, people. If you didn't know, Paulie Malignaggi was released permanently from the Showtime commentary. And whether he gives a damn about it, I really don't know, people. But he was let go from saying some controversial comments, which Paulie has never been short for, speaking his mind. Hold on for a second, people. Okay, I'm back. I was checking Showtime to see if the boxing came on. Brian Custer is talking to Angelo Leo. The second round on deck, man. 4 minutes, approaching 4 minutes remaining out of a scheduled 3-round fight. Very, very good fight. I like fights like this because it's a stand-up war where it involves the upper and lower extremities. Therefore, you can use your hands, elbows, you can use your knees, shins, every part of your leg, all that. You just can't headbutt. You can't eye gouge. And definitely you cannot kick to the groin. Green with some low calf kicks. The lead leg of Vannata, is a little bit red, but I mean, nothing too serious. Nice straight right hand from Bobby Green. Dang, another double jab. He's switching stands. Oh, man, two-punch combination off the forehead of Vannata. Vannata goes down low to the breadbasket. Oh, man, just when he was about to talk trash to Green, Green popped him in the mouth with a straight left. I like it. I like it. There we go. I like it, man. I like it. Keep up the good work. I like it. Oh, high kick. Okay. He shot that high kick up top. And Green goes for the takedown, changes level. He gets the takedown, but Vannata has a semi, front choke. Green moves to the opposite side of the choke, which you're supposed to do in jiu-jitsu. You move to the opposite side. So good transition by Green, but unfortunately, he's in the guard of Vannata, which is still good. Vannata has a half butterfly guard, now double. And what that allows the fighter to do that's on the bottom is basically work for a sweep or, try to transition their hips and body to a better position to work for a submission or kick out, just like you've seen Vannata just do. Good shit. Good shit. That's exactly why I go, watch these guys train so I can better learn about what I'm looking at. I ain't no expert, but it's a lot of shit that goes on in mixed martial arts that you have to, if you ain't training it, you have to kind of like get around people and learn what the hell you're watching. Green with a front kick to the thigh, 1:35 in the second frame remaining. Pretty close fight right now. So you just heard the guy say that both of these guys have a wrestling background, right? And that's exactly why you see this particular fight stand on the feet. It went to the ground periodically, briefly. It wasn't too much damage administered on the ground, but both of these fighters are very comfortable in the stand-up game. Oh, he gets the takedown. Vannata gets the takedown on Green. Green works back, works his base to get back to a standing position. He attempted to try to flip Vannata over, but you're talking about elite fighters here, so that's not going to work too much. Two hard shots, man, out the clinch by Vannata that scored, definitely scored. Green will have to get it back. Man, two hard kicks. Ooh, Green lands two hard kicks down low calf kicks, and then comes up top with a straight right that pops the head back of Vannata. Very nice. Oh, spinning heel kick misses by Vannata. Good fight, man. Damn. Oh, he catches Green's kick and then make him pay for it with a straight right to the head. I like that. Good shit, man. Hey, Vannata gave him a wink as the round ended. It's a good fight between these two, man. They really leaving it all in the cage, man. It's a close fight so far. But we will be transitioning over to boxing, just to be clear. You know what I'm saying? The live chat is quiet. What is up? Either way you look at these fight cards, whether it's boxing or mixed martial arts, right now, you're winning by the MMA until you get to the main event with Leo. This is a damn good fight right here. There's a lot of high level striking going on with these guys, mixing it up from the lower. Oh, Green comes in with 3 punches off the chin of Vannata. Oh, he comes in again, reckless, and Vannata makes him pay for it and lands a reverse kick to the midsection of Green. Oh, man, high kick. Man, they are really lighting it up to begin the third round. Definitely lighten it up. Green does have the tendency, and I can't just place the blame on him. Vannata has his hands down too, but Green has the tendencies of walking in with his hands down. Look at that Muay Thai clinch, man. Look at that Muay palm. Oh, he knocks down Vannata again. Let's see how he works it this time. Let's see how he takes advantage. Hard shots from the top by Green. Very hard shots. Vannata still on his back. He's hurt more this time than the first knockdown. He's working himself back up. Green pushes him back down to his back. Now I think Green will attempt to hold this top position. Elbows, hard elbows from the top by Green. He's cutting Vannata up on his left ear. Very, very strict top pressure by Bobby Green in half guard right now. Man, that was some high-level Muay Thai clinch right there. Look how he smoothly transitioned to the full mount on Vannata. The whole fight, the first 2 rounds, has he tried to sink in the choke too early, and Vannata went out the back door. Man, good transition out. Body clinch. Both fighters stand up, and they back to square one, standing on the feet. Damn. Good transition. Green is ahead right now with 3 minutes remaining. He's definitely ahead with that punishment. Oh, man. Step in, uppercut by Green. Beautiful right hand step in. Oh, he catches him again coming in. Vannata is somehow, he's losing his visual consignment, man. He's stepping in right into these straight right hands of Bobby Green. Easy. Green is lighting his ass up. Oh, I like how he ducked under the right hand, man. Changed levels, went in for a double, was able to get it. Look, for those of you that understand what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to takedowns, if you have a chance to watch this fight, Bobby Green does a very superb job with avoiding the legs and landing in full guard. That is one of the part of the systems. When you go for a takedown, it don't matter if it's a single double leg, to put your opponent on their back and to avoid the legs. To avoid the legs, period. And Bobby's did a fantastic. Look how he transitions to the back again to try to sink in that rear naked submission, but give it up to Vannata for having the counter. Nice defense. Back to the feet. Nice defense by Vannata to get out of that. But he's behind in this fight right now. Easy. Green is having some very good success, man, in the third round. He's turned up. He's turned it up. He's very slick. Man, Green's, I'm impressed with his freaking striking, man. He's basically improved his striking tremendously. Slipped the left hand. Sweeping left cross by Vannata. His time is just cashing in, man. Green is cashing in on those counter shots. He has been the CFO tonight. He's in charge of all the money shots, Bobby Green. He's making Vannata pay. He was able to get knockdowns, which is going to count very well on the scorecards. 25 seconds remaining in the fight. Green still peppering with the shots. Sharp. Surgical. Okay, nice right hand by Vannata coming back. You know, every now and then Green leave his front door open and Vannata just punches his way in and do what the hell he want to do. But it's not that much damage. Okay, he tries for a reverse kick again and the fight is over. Good fight. That's a Green. This is a Green win right here. Damn, look at that straight right. Damn. Both fighters were exchanging the periods of the fight, but I have to give this up to Bobby Green. Very nice. Salute, man. Very entertaining, educational, for sure. Dang. Of course, they're on the commercial. Let me just wait. Let's see. Let me try to. I'm in the process of pulling up this boxing card. Let me go back over here so I don't miss this decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. The judges score the contest 30-26, 30-27, and 30-27 for the winner.
30-27. Okay. Good fight, man. Good fight. He said he just paid off his house. Oh, they got Caldwell in there. Shit. That's a beast. Is that Darren Caldwell? That's a beast right there. Yeah. I know my mixed martial arts, man. Come on, man. Even with a mask on, I know that's Caldwell. That's a beast. But dang, Green cardio look good. Man. So slick with his defense, man. Man, his look, his striking optics was on point. Very surgical with his strikes, man. I ain't gonna lie. Very surgical. Dude was happy. He said, I just paid off my house. Be sure to kick me some of that back. You know what I'm saying? Kick me some of that back, Bobby. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, tax is gonna get you, buddy. You guarantee that tax is gonna definitely get you. Yeah, man, it was entertainment, Bobby. For sure. It was entertainment. Entertaining, for sure. Mm. Good shit. Salute to you, bro. I know your story. For real. What everybody up to in the live chat? What you up to? What's good? Y'all need to start pumping out these boxing questions, man. It's about to come on. I'm watching. Hold on for a second. I'm watching. Just the UFC card, the ESPN UFC card that's on tonight, and then now that the Showtime card is on. We're in between fights, people. This DC man, he's going in there for a trilogy against Stipe Miocic. For some people who say the trilogy just never happened, this is a trilogy that we didn't think that would turn into a rivalry, but it turned in pretty perfect for Daniel Cormier because it's 1-1. Daniel Cormier changed levels to his career when he went up there and knocked out Stipe Miocic in one round. Knocked him out clean. It wasn't no ifs, ands. It wasn't no freaking controversy. He knocked him out. Stipe said, I'm not taking another fight till I get back in there with DC. That's who I want to fight. That's what I want. People's like, man, you sure? You got knocked out pretty bad. Maybe you need to take your time. Stipe Miocic being 13-3, DC 11-2. One of those losses was for Stipe Miocic, and the other loss to Jon Jones. We already know how that went. Stipe has 15 career knockouts to DC's 10. Now, Stipe comes in for the rematch, and he took some punches, but he did well in sustaining them, and he went on to stop Daniel Cormier in the fourth round to set up this rematch, which turned into a pretty believable trilogy, to be honest with you. It's believable. We would have liked to see him and Jon Jones develop into a trilogy, a real grudge match type of 3-fight stanza, but it didn't because Jon Jones kept getting in trouble, having accidents, freaking popping positive for shit. All that, man, Shout out to Gilbert Burns, man. He's back there with Vincent Luque. If you didn't watch the last UFC card, I'm gonna get back on DC and them, but the last fight card that was in Florida, one of the cards that was in Florida, I believe, involved Nico Price in there with Vincent Luque, and man, it was a stand-up battle while it lasted, and Luque inflicted damage on Nico Price early, swelled him up in his left eye, and I think the fight ended up being stopped due to the doctors. So now he's back and he's fighting Randy Brown. Randy Brown's a tall, lanky fighter, and I'm curious to see how the striking is going to go in this fight because I was impressed with Vicente Luque against Nico Price. I'm gonna see what Randy Brown has to bring to the table. But as I was saying about DC, we thought it was going to be Jon Jones, but Jon Jones beat him twice. So that was at light heavyweight, right? Then he moved up to heavyweight and ended up getting a heavyweight strap and become 2-division champion. Now we have history. We have the rivalry. Stipe was able to come back, get his win, is 1-1. Everything for all the marbles to return back for the undisputed heavyweight championship between Daniel Cormier Stipe Miocic, 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece for all the glory. Stipe Miocic win this fight. DC pretty much, in my opinion, he's done. You know what I'm saying? He's done. He's not returning. It's a wrap. He's done. He's been talking about it for quite some time. He put in some work, you know, from Strikeforce over to the UFC, you know, Olympic level wrestler. Daniel Cormier is one of the guys who basically, what's the word I'm looking for? He was able to what am I looking for? He was just able to do things that a fighter with his physical composition wouldn't be able to do. That's just a testament to his physical attributes that he possessed, you know, from the Olympic level, and was able to turn into mixed martial arts. You know what I'm saying? And be one of the best in the game. He's a future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. You can best believe that he's a future Hall of Famer, y'all. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. DC is a future Hall of Famer. I'm still trying to pull up this Showtime card, and we're gonna rock and roll, people. Let's go get this fight on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Stop playing. Come on, stop playing with me, man.
We've always put safety first. And we always will. For people. For the future.
Here we go, Shawty. Shawty. Here we go. Oh, man. What you doing? Okay. Let's see this. Let's see what you're talking about. If this is not it, I have to go to plan B. There we go.
returning for this season will still be fighting for justice as the for championship.
Y'all hold tight, man. They in between fights. Talking about Bruce Lee. Water, my friend. Water.
This is going to be a good one. Welterweight bout here at the tail.
This is gonna be a good fight indeed. Randy Brown taking on Vicente Luque.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. A big martial artist holding professional record, 12 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Queens, New York, by way of Spanish Town, Jamaica, Randy Brown. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a big martial artist holding professional record, 18 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Brasilia, Brazil, Vicente, the silent assassin.
The silent assassin. I hear you.
Mark Smith back in the octagon. Maness is with us here in Las Vegas. Thank you for watching on ESPN Plus. Randy Brown plus 165 as an underdog. Vicente Luque as high as the -200 mark as a favorite. 185 here. This fight bond is brought to you by Modelo.
Randy Brown and Luque. Luque Brown. Come out to start the fight. Brown shoots that long left jab, man. Well, I would say a left hook. It's a left hook to start off the fight. Now he sticks the jab out there. Luque with a hard outside leg kick on that lead leg of Brown early. It spent him around 360. Spent him like a top. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the areas they work on today, because Brown is extremely tall and he has some long legs, and he's been heavy on that lead leg. So Luque is going to that lead leg early. I like what Luque is doing. He's chopping the tree right now. He's chopping down that tree, man, because Brown is heavy on that lead leg for some reason, and he's starting to switch stances early. Man, step in with that outside leg kick once again. And they're not just any leg kick. Like, he's really committing to there go again. That's going to be a problem. Brown returns the outside leg kick. They're exchanging outside leg kicks, but Luque is spinning this cat. He's spinning them. Okay, he goes on the inside with that, Luque. Luque is very composed. I can see improved in his striking, especially with those lead leg kicks tonight. He's doing damage early, and we have 3 minutes approaching. Very nice, man. No doubt about that. Man, he hurts Brown already. Brown is on the ground taking some heavy shots from the top position from Luque. Let's see how Brown handles this. You know, he's in the stable with Herbert Burns. Both of those brothers, high-level BJJ practitioners. So believe me, I'm sure he's going to try to sub himself to a win. Let's see how it works. Brown turns into him. He's controlling his neck right now. Which, he's controlling his neck temporarily, but still, he's not out of hot water yet. So let's see how he try to get off his back. Okay. Luque lets him up. Wow. Luque lets him up. Damn. I know why, because he's having success on the feet. So he said, let's stand back up so I can kick the shit out of your lead leg, continue to chop you down like it's Timber Wars in here. And we're going to see how you look the second round when you come out. Oh, man. Bamboo kicks on the outside. Shit. Brown he really don't have an answer to stop that punishment he's receiving on his leg. Okay, he goes up for a high kick. He just don't have enough. He don't have enough spirit in those kicks, though. He's tall, though. Luque stand composed. I'm still trying to pull up this other fight. Let me Okay, Brown tried to go in for the takedown, body lock, both fighters. So I'm not sure they're taking a break, but not too much going on. Okay, Brown throwing some knees to the midsection. That's it.
My name is Vicente. I'm an associate here at Amazon. This device is giving us an accurate temperature check. I have to take care of my coworker. That's how I am. I was on, and he said, one day I'm going to be like you. I'm going to help people. I get to go, man. I hope so. My passion. If I can take care of everyone who's sick out there, I will do it.
You can't skip this ad, but now you can skip adding detergent. Go once and wash up to 20 loads on select Whirlpool top load washers with load and go dispenser. Another way we're shaping the future of care.
Catch the all-new UFC live every Friday on ESPN2. We get you primed for the Saturday action, as well as all the latest news and information from around the sport. UFC Live, Friday, 5:30 Eastern on ESPN2. Big first 5 minutes for Vicente Luque.
Oh, my God. Damn, y'all heard that, right? Luque kicked the shit out of the cup of Randy Brown. Unfortunately, unless he takes some points off, oh, man, that was straight up in the cup, bro. And I can't believe Randy is not even bent over, squatting on the canvas. That was straight to the damn cup, man. He got whoever's fighting and looking at this, y'all need to purchase that cup. Dude got kicked with a shin to the cup, and he didn't even go down to the squat position. He didn't even get down to the frog. as a martial artist, Brown is pretty, he might be pretty thorough, you know what I'm saying? But he need to work on his power, his speed, maybe get some weight training in or something. Because it just seems like his kicks compared to Luque, because Luque isn't going for high kicks right now. He's going for the low calf kick to chop him down and slow him down. But Randy just seems a bit slow in this exchange. He has the range and height. Nice double jab by Luque. Kind of cut on his right brow. But nothing new because he was I think oh man, he finally chops him down. He kicks him in the lead leg and Brown goes to his back. He's been chopping that leg down since the fight started, y'all. After this fight, I'm gonna shut down this live and then probably come back. I'm gonna go in there and check out this fight. I wasn't even able to pull it up where I'm at. Nice. Brown is being pushed back to the cage. He lands a pretty a straight left. He has the range, but he cannot throw one punch at a time for a striker like Luque. Luque will give you a kick down low and then definitely send them punches up top. He switches it up real nice. He chops down that lead leg again. Now the fight is clinch. Good defense by Brown. I'm impressed with his clinch game a little bit, his defense. Maybe need to work on some explosive. Oh man, another kick on the inside. This is Justin Gaethje style right here. This is straight up Justin Gaethje style kicks on the inside. Same thing he did to Tony Ferguson, man. Oh, nice knees on the inside by Randy. Don't stand there in the fire zone now. Brown is having some pretty decent success with surviving this round, but I still feel Luque is. Oh, nice. He caught the kick with a spinning elbow. Nice, pretty, beautiful spinning technique right there by Brown. He caught the left kick and then spent with his right elbow, spinning technique. Beautiful. And he got a smile. Oh, Brown is coming on Luque. Oh, nice punches, man. He's sending combinations down there. And something's going on with Luque. Is he tiring out or what? Brown is having success in this round. Great work. Great work. Good defense, man. It's approaching a minute in the second round. Luque is slowed considerably. No way. Brown takes down Luque, man. Wow, that's big. 55 seconds remaining. That's big. Now you need to basically work some shots from the top. Elbow. Luque turns over, easy. Works back to his feet, easy. Luque goes right back to square one. That outside calf kick. He's been blasting Brown with it since the fight started. I have to give Brown credit, man, for his defense. He might be a little slow, like I said, but his defense is pretty thorough, man. But that was a down the pump. He stops Brown. Luque gets another stoppage. Man, Luque is a silent assassin. I ain't gonna lie. Luque is a silent assassin, bro. A lot of stuff that he's doing, you really have to pay attention to. It seems like it's not making noise, but it's causing hella pain. God damn it. Shout out to Luque for another victory. Shit. God damn. Good shit, bro. Good shit, shawty. Well, oh, that was slick. You can't knee a ground opponent, but Luque held Brown up from going to the ground. That's smart. He didn't land the knee to a grounded opponent. He held Randy Brown up and landed the knee, and then let him down once he felt the pain of conscious lapse. His conscious went into relapse, you know, and he finished the fight with some punches, and the ref stepped in to stop it. Good stoppage. Good fight by the Silent Assassin, man. Solid fight. I can appreciate that. But hey, yeah, I'm gonna open this back up because I really want to talk about Leo. You want to see him fight, and also the Brunson, Edmen Shahbazyan. So, people, I'm gonna shut this down, and I'm gonna bring it back up because I'm not able to look at my broadcast the way I want to on Showtime. Damn, let me see. How can I make this work? Yeah, I'm gonna shut this down. I'll probably bring it back up on another at another location in the house. But appreciate everyone for stopping in for the commentary for this. You still have two fights remaining: the co-main and the main. Joanne Calderwood versus Jennifer Maia. That's going to be a very nice fight, but appreciate everybody for stopping through. Salute to you. Continue to support World Combat Sports. You know what it is. Boxing, mixed martial arts all day, every day. The Silent Assassin.